The Infinity Machine. As the cogs turn,
bones grind into black
the
sand.
Infinity Machine. They mirror me, I shadow box with my own hands. The Infinity Machine.
Cracked gears scream, they hum like dead choirs. The Infinity Machine, every step burns like a treadmill of barbed wires.
The Infinity
Machine, infinite halls, reflections in the fall. Machine, fighting myself only, faceless through a glitch in the machine. Bolt screams bounce, ricochet through my head. The Infinity Machine.
Listen to me. Infinite means I'm the snake eating tail. Shadow box a clone, but I'm doomed to fail. The floor ain't solid, it's a void I inhale. Dripping in despair, every breath leaves a trail. Static in the air, voices glitching my ear. Reflections won't fade, every face looks near. Fighting my own versions, ghosts made of veneer. But every punch I land, they just reappear. I'm the architect, the prisoner, the key. But every turn just multiplies me. Fangs in the smoke, serpents in the wires. My own reflection, a beast that conspires. Clock don't tick, they just staring accused. Time's a predator, I'm the prey to choose. Bleeding to the gears, let the system choke. But the engine feeds. Can't outrun me, can't outgun me. Every punch lands, but it's still ugly.
With my own hands, machine.
Crack and scream, they hum like dead choirs.
The Infinity Machine.
Every step burns like a treadmill of barbed wires.
Machine, infinite halls, reflections in the fog. The Infinity Machine.
Fighting myself, only faceless through a glitch in the machine.
Machine,
Your screams bounce.
ricochet through my head. Machine.
Yo, trapped in the infinite, so the danger is imminent, and it's sinister and simply infinite, like staring into the abyss of infinity. Hidden distance, delayed and innocent, which is a stimulant within and speaking of title for deep, reprehensibly and ostensibly filled with instillment of militants, ripping through different versions of myself at the ligaments, having them chasing me like an immigrant and being impotent. No time to get intimate. In a matter of a minute, I gotta go and hit him with an instrument that is intricate in increments, create an incident as I remain vigilant with vigilance. I curse vigilant, placing the linen and liniment. But who was the administrant and the instigant? Who was so discriminate? Or was it a precipitant or a grandiloquent? Or is it only coincident that I'm in this predicament of not wanting to be a participant with the dead instruments and false imprisonments? So I gotta spit it like a sophisticate since I'm not illiterate. So I keep it maleficent and magnificent with particulars. Man, keep it articulate as if I was ambivalent or the equivalent of omniscient, omnipresent, as well as omnipotent. Not a polygamist, but I'm definitely polyamorous. But the madness is mad, and when title for D is after your indictment, while they are looking reticulate and inarticulate with these commercial instruments, call me the man. It's just like a symbolist that you wish you could incriminate indefinitely, indefinite, pestilent, and different hypocrites are doing this deliberate and making it difficult, like kicking barbiturates, color me disinterested at a minimum. At the minimal, these individuals trying to convert us into criminals, sticking it to them like a stick of cinnamon for being like Bill Clinton with an infant as he's taking the plane to Little St. James, putting him in a precarious position, having persistent, keeping her chin cupped, not to be distant. But if you're trying to talk, go speak to my assistant. Sitting equidistant, leaving you inexistent and non-persistent. So I can be subsistent without assistance with subsistence.
As the cogs turn,
Bones grind into black
the
sand.
infinity machine. They mirror me, I shadow box with my own hands. The infinity machine.
Cracked gears scream, they hum like dead choirs. The infinity machine, every step burns like a treadmill of barbed wires.
The infinity
Machine, infinite halls, reflections in the fall. Machine, fighting myself only, faceless through a glitch in the machine. Lord screams bounce, ricochet through my head. The infinity machine.
Yeah, I'm breaking away and then escaping up out of the machine. I keep it crystal clean, looking a little bit like a Winchester named Dean, folding these versions of me like a set of jeans. I'm a little bit too keen, so I will not be being seen when I'm doing away with these 4Ds and fleeing the scene. So you better take what you may be able to glean. For what I say when I say what I say what I mean. Having them looking a little bit green, I mean. They took away my queen and my son, so it's no surprise that I'm shoving them through screens and kicking they spleens, dipping them up in the bromine and burning through them with benzene while they were eating they black beans. And then I make a beeline for the caffeine, like I put it up in the canteen, like I'm on candy, feeling pristine like citrine. I didn't mean to make you convene into the ravine, so we may have to reconvene for the phosphine. You should have been eating more protein. Why you gotta be obscene? I'm not Joel Osteen, but you happen to know just what I mean to say, Marine. Don't send me to race in Wisconsin, but there's no stopping these constant consonants connecting. They see lean, having them sitting serene, eating niggas saltines, packing them in like sardines. Put the share green, walking for the smoke screen, and then hitting them with polystyrene. I don't mean to get between what they scheme, having them looking like Charlie Sheen or Birdie, sitting in and eating some green beans and Eladrine, and then munching and Lynn and Nadine at 419 while she's sitting next to Pureline or Moline, wearing tourmaline, who was off screen along with Gene Keating or Mr. Bean and Katrina and Charlene and Kathleen and Christine and Jean and Corrine and Colleen and Claudine and Anthony Bernstein while eating and then eating his lean cuisine. But this isn't the Berenstein Bears, they are the Bernstein Bears. Do the Mandela effect, but I might admit that you never expected the machine while you were tipping your farina into a jar of Catalina. Just the best for my blessings whenever I'm expressing this impressive message and hitting them suppressors and air compressors for their hygiene, leaving them up into and entering the Miocene era, impairing them and ripping and tearing their hair out without caring about these Karens and parrots while they are staring and comparing while I'm looking like a seraphim. So I go and hit them and finish them and diminish them as if I was some sort of embolism with chism. Be Georgia decision, place them in a schism, in a prism within a prism with their jism, and giving them autism for their vagalism, blowing them away like tiger blossoms for their leftism and jihadism and fascism and their racism. Hit them with activism, with asterism, and having botulism for their criticism. I am the machine like a mechanism made up of biological organisms, but don't mind the biblicism, never to mention their communism and cronyism filled with cynicism and hedonistic hedonism and egotism. But this is only a euphemism for euphonism or euphoism, exercising these demons like an exorcism with expertism. But tis the extremism and facadism, swift with the fatalism for not respecting federalism because they miss me with their feminism and fetichism and fetishism and fetishism. You gotta go to war with them like feudalism for their frivolism with the futurism. Then I gotta go and hit them up like the Mujahideen, using the multi-machine to force feed the masculine musculamine, using spleen and nano machines, sitting in a Virginia class submarine. And I don't wanna need your vaccines because I am